we're back. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Vinyl Show, the Vinyl Collection. Looking through the record shelves, as we call it. It's a live chat where we go through our record collection. We're going to be pulling out records and seeing what's inside. This has been going on for practically a year. We've been doing this. It's been very fun, very exciting. Like I said, this is a live chat, so if you're joining us live on YouTube, feel free to join us in the chat, and we would say hi to you and invite you onto the show with your comments and respond to them likewise in a kind and gentle manner. So this is episode, I think 42 of the vinyl collection. This has been happening. It's you're in for a treat. There's a lot of wild stuff going to happen today. Lots of surprises to look forward to. I hope everything's working. I hope everyone is fine. Hope you're having a good time out there. My name is Bill. I'll be your presenter and moderator for today's show. With me, as always, is a ton of fun guests. My regular partners in crime here, the vinyl pundits, as it were. Here they all are. Hello, everybody.
That was a fancy intro, man.
Very fancy.
You and I were featured heavily in that intro.
I know.
Yeah, there was no Bill at all, or Mars for that matter.
Well, come on. That was good. We didn't need that much.
It was very good. Yeah,
I don't need the Canadians.
I don't think you can get much better than that intro.
Well,
no,
that is, yeah. I worked again all week. When we went off the air last week, I started working on it for the entire week. It's heavy production schedule, but I pulled it off.
I imagine that to be true. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, no Kevin today. No Buried on Mars. So I wore a Mars toque for to honor him because it looks ridiculous on me. I don't know how you guys wear this. And my head is hot already. Bandy, how do you wear such a heavy?
You know what? I'm gonna go get a new hat because I got a hat I want to wear.
When you're cool, you can wear beanies. We don't call them toques.
It's a goddamn toque.
A toque?
I got my toque on.
We call them beanies.
Well, there goes Curtiss, little C. He'll come back with a hat. I want to welcome Matt Bandy as usual. It's good to see you, Matt.
Very little C.
Thank you.
Don't forget very little C.
And Chris Roberts on time today, right at the start of the show.
I was here. I was actually here even earlier, but
wow,
I had to do some
Why didn't you get the big one?
That's a great hat. Can you even hear?
Don't break those headphones.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, why didn't you get the big one?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I didn't think you. Yeah, put it underneath. Put the headphones on, and then put that on top of the headphones.
That's what I'm thinking.
There you go. It'll work.
All right.
Now this is going in the thumbnail. You realize that?
Oh no! Oh dear!
That's your new thumbnail pick right there.
There you go. He's always fighting to get the thumbnails.
What do you call that kind of hat? What is that?
Warm.
Yeah.
There we go. I can rock with this.
That's a Russian flappy hat.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Yeah.
It's a technical term.
It's like what they wear in Spies Like Us. Remember?
Yeah.
Spies Like Us. He said it. Yeah.
Super happy to have Duke with us in the chat. Matt Bandy's got a cat in behind him. Watch out! He's gonna get you.
That's ravioli.
That's dangerous. See, when I had a cat, man, when the cat would go over my shelves like that, it would drive me nuts. The cat one time knocked over water I had on top of like a bar type shelf, and I had all my records underneath that. Water comes crashing. Cats. Okay. So yeah, we're back. We did this last week, but we're back again midweek. Get 2 in a row out of us here. We'll have a quick little shot. Unfortunately, like I said, no Buried on Mars. It's tough landing him, tough getting him down for a record. He's apparently recording one of his many other podcasts. So look for him soon on the Quick Save Club. Quick Save Club podcast, where we look for podcasts. They're talking about some computer game. Anyone know? What computer game? No. Apparently, he'll be recording all night because he won't have time to join us at all tonight. So there's that. Because I would like to show put him up here so we could all see him work, but he didn't give us the link to try that, so we're not going to get that today. However, anything else new from you guys? Curtis, you got it? Curtis' headphones off. Matt, anything else you want to announce your new game of the month?
Oh yeah, we're playing Kung Fu. I'll pull out my box here. Kung Fu on the NES.
Now, I think that's on the Switch Online NES.
I believe
Online
so. Yeah,
business.
Most of the black box games, or quite a few of them, are on there available. So pretty sure that one's on there. So play along.
I might get involved with that. Look for the hashtag Beat the Bandy on Twitter for the current scores.
Are you very good at Kung Fu?
I played it a bunch as a kid, and I've been able to beat the game for years. It's probably one of the first games I ever beat.
Really?
But it loops, right? But I never always beat it, and then never played through it again on a second attempt until a few nights ago. And like, it's a relatively easy game to make it through on the first loop, but the difficulty ramps up pretty quick, noticeably on the just on the second playthrough. And I haven't been able to make it through again. I get to the second to last level, and the big difference is the enemies keep coming. Usually, when the boss fights, they'll like turn away, and you won't have any enemies during the boss fight. But on the second loop, they just keep coming while you're trying to fight the boss and fight off the enemies. So, yeah, I'm interested to see. Hopefully, I won't get sick of it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Does it get cheap with the difficulty?
No, it's not cheap. Not well. I don't know. It's to be determined.
I'm coming for you guys this round.
Good.
Found a game I can get down with. I like Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I know Death Run did about a month ago, 2 months ago, but I stopped. I didn't keep going through the loops. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I can go through it without dying.
Yeah.
Easy on the first
it's not. It's not like Contra or anything like that. It's pretty manageable.
Yeah,
especially once you kind of know the tricks. There's a few little tricks to it.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick playthrough. You can go through it pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right on. Chris Roberts, anything else new with you want to talk about? Or
oh, you mean like that package I got from you from the little package that came from up north?
Really? Did you?
Yeah. Little package. Yeah, that was really nice of you. No, I'm just joking. It was very nice of you, man. I appreciate it. You sent me something I'll show whenever we get to that part, and 3 Mario Duck Hunts that are in the other room, and I'm not going to go get them. But, they were appreciated. I planned on, I made a video, and I thought, you could just upload it. I did an unboxing video, and I thought I'll just upload it on to the Discord to, generate a little traffic or something. Yeah. There's a no. They're like, nah, you guys got the cheap one. You got to spend money. But then it wasn't even specific. Like, I was like, you know what? I'll contribute to the Discord like $10 for a month. But then it's like $5 you get X amount of this, and $10 you get this. And I'm like, but it's not telling me if I'm going to be able to do what I want to do. I don't want to just give them $10 for nothing. So I just put it on YouTube, and I sent Bill the link, and he was supposed to rip it. And
you can post a link to videos on YouTube on the Discord.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you're right. You can do that. I could have did that. That's actually probably what I will do now. But I was thinking maybe Bill could show some of it, or if not, whatever. If we have time.
Fear not. I have a copy of it, and it's ready to go.
Oh, well.
That's a start to continue exclusive right
here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. Give you a nice little unboxing, like you did an unboxing video for what I sent you. So I thought I'd return the favor. And
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can do it anytime you want.
Doesn't matter. Whenever it works, you're the host.
I don't know if you noticed, there was a Easter egg in that box I sent you. Something that made the box itself very, very special. Didn't notice?
He threw it away.
No, I didn't notice. Sorry, man. I just look at the content. I didn't really look at the box.
There was a little drawing inside.
Yes.
No, he added a couple little things in there, like a note. There's a love note. Where's it at? I stuck it around here somewhere. Here we go. There was a little love note in there, which was nice, and he sent
a whole post-it note.
Yeah.
Post-it note. Oh, you're gonna. Yeah. That's spoiler for the video.
Well, why not? You know, the funny thing was, I'm pretty sure I read the cart wrong.
Yeah.
I did, and when after I done record, I looked. I was like, "Oh, you know that sometimes when you're reading something, you just kind of like see a word, so you just kind of finish it. You think you know what it's gonna say, so I was just kind of like, oh yeah, glad I could help, is what I assume that's what you wrote because I kind of glanced at it, and that's not what you wrote. So
no,
it's kind of funny. I noticed it the second I stopped the video. I was like, well, I'm just going to leave it because I can't. How am I going to reenact this shit? I cut the box open. So,
well, I'll tell you what. Get us to 5 likes on this video and we'll play down that video, folks.
Oh,
how about that?
Ooh, I like that. 5 likes, that's it?
5 likes, that's it.
Doable.
Duke, tell your family, all of them, to like the video.
And someone's got to tell me when we hit 5 likes.
Yeah.
Well, I know we at least got 1 because I can see that. So far, so good. Come on,
and
dude.
Then maybe at 10 likes, I'll tell you the super secret Easter egg hidden.
Then I got to go dig that damn box out of the trash.
Hidden right on the outside of the box, actually. Well, yeah, it's a pretty collectible box. I gotta say. So let us know when we get 5 likes. We'll play down that video. Do you guys want to play it? Just a production meeting here. Do you want to play it where you guys can talk at the same time? You're off to the side watching it, or should it just be like that intro where it's full screen, no mics on?
I want to be able to comment while we're watching it.
Okay.
It wants to make fun of me, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. That's not what I said. No, I just,
I can read between the lines.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
I don't think
friends. They're friends.
Well, that's true, dude.
Friendship.
I don't think I made.
I want to set sail on your friendship.
Okay.
It just might be a little bit choppy if we talk at the same time. Just what StreamYard works.
Well, we can try it, and if it's choppy, then we'll stop it. And give it a go.
It'll work. All right. Yeah. So there you go. Got 2 people from the Duke family in the chat now. It's good to see you guys. We got an extra like in there from Mother Brain. Good to see you.
Tell everyone.
Is that a blob poster?
Yeah.
88 version.
Oh yeah. See that? And you know
one.
what? That's an original poster from a movie theater too.
Dude,
awesome. I've never seen that image. I've only just seen the guy's. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's a legit poster. Shannon bought it for me, and it was sucked. It'd been sitting in my closet for a while because I was thinking, where am I going to put it? And I thought, well, fuck it, I'll just put it right there.
Way to just tape it up too.
It was used though, so why not?
Yeah, sure. Well,
don't let Bill near that thing.
I know, clearly.
Easy.
Dude, well, I'm gonna take it with me. You can't preserve everything.
Frame it up.
That can go under glass. Totally.
And then stick it on the fucking door.
I think it looks good that way.
I got a cheap frame right here.
It fits your room that way. It's better.
I like it like this. It's like a teenager's room. I'm going
You know what you need on that door, Chris? You need one of those like door size WWE character sheets like Stone Cold or The Undertaker. I had one of those when I was growing up.
I used to have, and you know what was funny is I didn't even realize kind of what it was, but I used to have like a British flag on my door because I saw it like I think in Ferris Bueller or something.
Sure.
So I found one and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool. And people used to be like, why do you have a British flag on your door? It's like, I don't fucking know. Like, you got a lot of British family members? I was like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
I get that a lot too.
I just thought it looked
British
cool.
flag you have.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I got nothing to do with that.
So yeah, I got and that's a legit poster too.
Oh, that's a real one?
Oh, we're getting a little room. We're getting a little room tour.
Jesus Christ.
Look, and your Power Rangers toy up there?
And it's got thumbtacks in it. See, that's
dude,
how
you have got to
Jesus.
You gotta frame that, bro.
That can be in glass.
Dude, it came that way though. You understand? I bought it at a yard sale, so the damage was already done. So I'm like,
that's
fuck
fine.
it.
You should still frame it though, bro.
Yeah,
you're making the pinholes worse.
Yeah, look, Billy Bass there.
Oh,
Billy
my.
Bass.
You know those things are like $50-$60 now? It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, and when I push that, my dog freaks the fuck out. Yeah. And look, and then there's an authentic picture of Ronald Reagan, even though I'm not a fan.
I was going to say, was that Ronald Reagan up there?
Well, the idea
like
was this was like an 80s room, you know, like 80s, early 90s. And I mean, that's like my childhood president right there. So I don't know. It's a real picture. I found it at a yard sale. Like, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's like
a real photo of Ronald Reagan.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like, it's not a piece of paper. It's an actual photo. So yeah,
that's awesome.
And Chris Roberts highlighting a Canadian film up there with the Cube movies up at the top shelf.
I love Cube.
Those are
Oh, is that a
cool.
Canadian? Oh,
yeah.
That's a great. You know,
did you see
I've only ever seen the first one, and I didn't know until recently there was a series of them.
The
that
second
first
one
so
sucks.
good.
The second one blows. The third one, which is a prequel, I believe.
Yeah.
That one's good.
And I just got Cube Zero at a yard sale for $25 the other day.
Yeah, and they're remaking it in Japan right now, or they just remade it. Like there's a trailer out.
Okay, I'm happy about that because the first one's really good. And you know, some I think it's European or something. Somebody tried to kind of rip off the Cube. It's a movie that's on Netflix called Platform or The Platform. It's the same kind of thing, but it's actually pretty good too.
No, they didn't try and rip off Cube.
Yes, they did.
A whole different thing. No,
dude.
The Platform is all about like social commentary bullshit.
Yeah, but
not
I mean,
like the
Darius levels, they don't know how they got in there. They took the germ of the idea.
I guess dude, yeah, but I would not say someone saw Cube and was like, oh, I could.
That's exactly what they did. They saw Cube and they said, you know what, I want to do something like that, but I want to make it more political. No, it's true.
Hell no.
It's true. I bet we'll have a bet. Whoever loses has to get a hair perm.
We already, dude. We had the big
good with the perm, Chris.
Yeah.
We already got the Twitter poll going for the Blues Brothers and Point Break.
Yeah, but see, you got a bunch of Canadian douchebags.
But are you guys liking Point Break because it's so bad? Is that
it's not a bad movie?
It's not a bad movie.
Have you seen Point Break?
Is there some iffy acting by Keanu Reeves? Of course, but that is part of the charm.
Have you seen the movie, Bill?
Yeah, long time ago. I'll give you that. It was when it came out.
I think you need to. Hey,
and it was awful.
No, it's not awful, bro.
You even thought it was awful when you were in high school?
How in high school did you think it's awful? That's when it should have hit you the hardest.
Yes, it was over the top cheese and like you said, bad acting.
No, that's Keanu Reeves overreacts.
Keanu Reeves is the only bad actor.
I think you need to rewatch it, Bill.
Fucking Patrick Swayze's a god in that fucking
Believe
movie.
me, I don't like agreeing with Kevin. But
that being said, where do we stand each? I want to go around the square. Where do we stand on the Point Break versus Blues Brothers? If you could only pick one, what would you pick? Bill? I'm going to say Blues Brothers, right?
There's only one answer there because Blues Brothers is full of legends. Like, where else are you going to see that on screen?
That means nothing.
Okay, Chris, wait your turn.
Well, I could criticize. I didn't say what I was choosing. I'm criticizing his answer.
You will have a turn to criticize.
Like, you guys should have picked another bad action movie to compare it to.
Exactly.
Not something so iconic and legendary.
No, the organic discussion became about Blues Brothers and Point Break. And I think that's a great comparison. Like, they're two beloved films. They're kind of different. People love them for different reasons.
Correct.
Duke,
you are right,
Duke. Duke, you get the hell out of our content. You get the hell out.
100% right, Duke.
Okay, we're coming to me next. I choose Blues Brothers.
Of course you do.
What?
You're a hipster.
What? You shut the hell up, Chris. I love them both. I don't get the hate for Point Break at all. But the one that I used to like watch all the time when I was a kid was Blues Brothers. Like I watched that whenever it was on. So I can't say the same about Point Break. I don't have the nostalgia for Point Break that I have for Blues Brothers. But I love them both.
Fair. All right, Matt.
Point Break.
Of course. See,
Yeah.
this guy has
It's
some
not
taste.
entertaining. It's not
Good
entertaining.
I
The
like
top of
both
the
films,
square.
like you said.
These two right here.
They need to be cut off, and this
Boom.
needs to be the
That's-
Chris and Matt show.
Where it's at. And if we look at Twitter, what the hell? Oh, this is my old phone.
That dude right there, he knows.
Yeah.
It is
take turns.
53% Blues Brothers, 47.
Yeah, but that's
pretty
there's
close.
a margin
How-
of error.
How many votes total?
36.
And I never voted.
But on
it's even more.
Instagram now, I did a vote on Instagram. Now it's going to take me a second to pull up
But
because
look who your
it's been
followers are.
Yeah.
They're
your
people with
followers-
taste.
What does
bunch
that
of
mean?
podunk Fresno pumpkins. They don't know anything about anything.
So I came to Blues Brothers a little bit later than I did Point Break. I had a neighbor growing up as a kid who had an extensive VHS. It kind of looked like Chris Roberts' VHS collection, but in the 80s. And I would always go. They were like my mom and pop video rental shop, except I didn't have to pay any rental. They just let me borrow movies.
Can you imagine how much money is invested in that? In the 80s?
I guarantee you, she still has that collection. I know she does. So the next time I'm back in Illinois, I'm gonna, because she had like all like, it was like science fiction, horror, all cool stuff. And yeah, so I borrowed Point Break and I watched that thing a ton.
It's good.
Okay, we did two separate polls, and I did not do anything to influence this poll. Matter of fact, I actually influenced it for Blues Brothers because I put Blues Brothers first. Because usually in a poll, you lead with what you want to win. So it was just simply choose one film. Okay, you can only pick which one. Which one is it? 60% Point Break, 40% Blues Brothers, and the breakdown was 61-41. So I win.
Larger margin, you win.
Absolutely, I win. If you combine both polls,
No.
Point Break wins.
No, because you're not factoring in the podunkedness of your Instagram followers.
Honestly, I have maybe 3 followers from Fresno.
I have refined followers on Twitter.
You have no followers. I have over 6,000. You have like 30. Get out of here.
It's about quality,
You're an actor.
not
What's wrong with you?
quantity, Chris.
You need to fire
That's right.
your agent.
Curtis
How do you
is
only have
plugged
like
in.
45 followers? Get out of here, Curtis.
I only allow those people to
At
follow
the
me.
top
In
notch.
fact, if I see someone following me, I don't want who to follow me. I tell them
You're one of my
you
followers.
unfollow
How
me
do you-
now.
How do you reconcile that?
Get out of here. Like Duke with his comments he's making. Duke, you should unfollow me from Twitter. Get out, Duke.
All right, my thing on Blues Brothers is this. I've seen it twice. I saw it once as a kid, and I'm willing to concede
You've
that
only
maybe
seen
it's
it
just
twice?
right. And when I saw it once as a kid, and I remember just not liking it. And I loved those kind of comedy movies. I loved Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase. I loved all those people.
What?
I loved them all.
You've only seen it twice in your life?
Yeah, and then I watched it once, like about 10 years ago, and I still thought it sucked.
But like it has the best of so many, the best car chase, the best
That doesn't
concert
mean anything. That
moment,
doesn't mean
the
nothing.
best guest stars.
I got a horror movie back
best-
here with the best horror shot. It means
But
nothing.
we're comparing it to that Point Break.
Right. And
What did it have the
Have
best
Blues
of?
Brothers on VHS?
I wouldn't have that in my home.
Oh, you gotta watch that again, bro.
I will watch it again. I will make a commitment to watch it without bias. But I also, here's another hot take. John Belushi he's overrated.
Whoops. Something happened to his connection. We had a bit of a...
Whoa!
Hello,
Canceled,
YouTube.
baby.
What's going on, YouTube? Hold on.
Canceled.
Oh, sorry about that, Chris Roberts. Something
That's all right. Hey,
happened.
you don't want to hear facts? That's fine.
Oh, good.
Well,
Seriously.
the LeBrain popped in. Want to say hi to him before he disappears?
Hi, LeBrain. Mother Brain and other LeBrain.
Brains.
We got all the brains.
All the brains are here.
That's crazy. You've only seen it twice. That movie,
Except
used
for
to be
that
on
bottom
TV.
left corner.
I just don't like it, Matt. That's why I don't
No,
watch
I'm saying
it.
that movie used to be on TV all the time. I
And
remember
John
that was on
Belushi
Comedy Central
is
all the time.
overrated.
Overrated is one word, Duke.
John Belushi is overrated. Way overrated. Go back and watch some of that Saturday Night Live stuff. It's so dated. It's
watch his Joe Cocker impression. I can watch that.
Okay, so what? There's that one guy who used to do all the impressions. There's that guy, that Caliendo guy. Come on. So what? What are impressions?
I think he's looked at through some rose tinted glasses.
Yeah, I just don't think he's that funny. I mean, is he good in Animal House? Sure, you're right. But Caddyshack, come on.
Oh,
what's his? Is he even in that?
Yeah, tell me about his part in Caddyshack.
Isn't it? Okay,
he dropped the ball on that.
Iconic role in Caddyshack.
Yeah, you're right. He's not in Caddyshack, but Animal House again. What is he? Just some fat slob who drops all the marbles, and he wears a toga or something. I mean,
he was the name in Animal House.
He was, but he wasn't the main drive of the movie.
No, but he was the name that put butts in the seats.
Really, though?
You got to understand, though, at the time, like what
it was
Saturday
different
Night
comedy.
Live
Sure, it meant a lot. I understand.
That was huge.
You know who's a good comedian? Eddie Murphy. That's a good comedian from that.
Nobody's disputing that. It's not a
Belushi
versus Eddie Murphy.
I'm putting it out there.
So guys, just because we got enough people here, let's get 5 likes so we can show Chris's video.
Yeah, you're dying to see that. Five
quick
likes for
fact.
Chris Roberts' unboxing video.
Quick fun fact about John Belushi and Animal House. We actually went to the same college, and I went to Southern Illinois University, and that is allegedly what Animal House is based off of, is his time at Southern Illinois University. So that was kind of my school's claim to fame.
Matt, I would consider that a fact. I don't know if I'd go so far as saying it was fun.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
If you had chose Animal House or the other shit movie, Blues Brothers.
No, see, Matt Bandy, he's the diplomatic one. He's seen them all and he appreciates them, like me.
I watched them too.
Although, did you say, wait, Matt, did you say Belushi was overrated?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think he's not. I think he's. I don't think he's bad, but I think he's put on a high pedestal.
I didn't say he was bad. I'm saying he's overrated. That's a simple factual statement.
How is he overrated? How is he overrated?
Because they make it seem like he's this big, great legend, and he had like this little tiny window. You know who's great legend? Carlin. That's a great comedian. Richard Pryor. Exactly.
What about Jimi Hendrix? Is he not a legend? He only had he was a little time.
But
little time.
Innovator.
An innovator.
Yeah.
Well, he was an innovator.
Okay.
He was innovating all day long. He was.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, if that's your comeback, go ahead. You can do your
John Belushi was an innovator.
Big fat dude falling down. Get out of here.
He put butts in seats. He had charisma. Your eyes were drawn to him. And he was an amazing singer. Dude, the Blues Brothers were like a legit band too.
Touring band. Yeah.
Touring. I have their record. I showed it.
Okay. I mean, hey, if you're into it, cool. I didn't actually pose them against each other. I said, name a Dan Aykroyd movie that's better. And his first one was Ghostbusters. That's not a Dan Aykroyd movie.
Do you mean like where Dan Aykroyd is the star?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in it.
He's the lead. He's the putting butts in seats people.
Ghostbusters is not a Dan Aykroyd movie. He's in it.
No, but he wrote it. I mean, you could argue it's a Dan Aykroyd movie because he's in it a lot and he wrote it. So like you have to qualify. You gotta qualify.
You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean.
I clarified it.
That is not a that's not a Dan Aykroyd movie. He's in the movie. He has a role, but I think a lot of actors could have played the same role.
Dan Aykroyd was always best in roles like he is in Ghostbusters, where he's not the main guy, he's like the sidekick guy.
Yeah. And I also said Dana Carvey as well, but
yeah,
Dana Carvey sucks too.
Duke mentions Gene Wilder, one of my favorite actors.
Oh, Gene Wilder.
That's a great actor.
National treasure.
Yeah. That's an actor there.
Hey, with the new Disney expansion, they have an early Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor movie on there called Silver Streak. Check that out. They did a lot of team-up movies, but Silver Streak is, I think, their first one, and it's just golden.
Was that their first one?
Yeah, Stir Crazy might have been their first one, right?
Might have been Stir Crazy, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, they were excellent. Yeah. So, where are we?
This is the vinyl show.
Mars's fan club is wondering where Mars is. He is recording another podcast.
He big timed us. We got
Why?
big timed by
Like
Mars.
I said in the chat, he always puts this show second, but that's okay.
He does.
That's okay.
Yep.
It's okay.
We are the middle child to Mars.
That's all right.
All right, how's the like situation? Anyway, is there likes up there? Can we play Chris Roberts' exclusive unboxing video live on Start to Continue YouTube? We will get to vinyl eventually. We will. We haven't even done our vinyl adjacent section yet, but
6 likes, baby.
Oh,
We done it. We got there.
all right. Should I play it without him?
No, we gotta wait for his
yeah,
answer.
he made the video, so he doesn't need to see it.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
true.
so this was you sending Chris something.
Yeah, I just sent him a little box out in the mail and to help him with his project, his crazy project, and I had some stuff. So, wow. Okay, let me just fix something here. The chat was getting messy there for a second. Matt had a big fan, but he's clogging up the chat, so I had to get rid of him.
Oh.
Oh,
No, you're
what
not
did
gonna
it
see it.
say?
Oh.
What was he saying? Did it
was
talk about
He said,
Matt?
he
Is
said
it
Matt,
Matt Venus jokes?
yeah,
Sorry,
Matt
go ahead.
got arrested for something when he was 9 years old, which was funny, but then he just kept pasting it and clogging up the chat. So
Come on, Poppy. You got to understand when you tell a good joke, you walk
Yeah.
away.
yeah,
Let it sit. Let it sit.
let
for
it
a
sit,
minute.
let it play. We'll play with you. We're not.
Okay.
Yeah, come
We
on.
are off the rails and we're only 32 minutes in.
That's why Matt Bandy got arrested when he was 9 years
Right.
old.
In 2016, no less.
All right, so let's play this thing. Chris Roberts. This was supposed to be a Discord exclusive video.
Yeah, I
He's,
mentioned Discord in there, so just disregard the Discord.
He's dipping his toe in the YouTube business. Didn't want to have it out for wide consumption, just for Discord.
Can we play like a soft like love song underneath all this? Or-
Let's see if it works for one. Here we go.
All right. Hey, what's going on?
Can you guys hear that for one?
yeah,
Okay,
it's a little choppy.
It's choppy, though.
that might help it.
This is going to be a Discord exclusive. I got this. Let me make sure to cover up his address here. And his real
should have
name.
shown your address.
He's just Bill.
Well, they can
Got
scan
this
the
from
barcode
Bill,
and get my address, can't
and
they?
I have no idea what it's in it, but on here it does say one video game. I'm gonna do that weird thing where I'm
That's
looking
true.
over here. Now I know why Michael B does that. The camera's right there, but he always looks over here because that's where your eyes go because you're looking at your face. Anyway, I'll take this knife here.
That is tricky. You gotta look at the
I
camera.
have no idea.
Hey,
what's
Bill.
in this. This is
Hey, the guy
totally a
came back
blind
with
box
another
from,
account.
Yeah, you better
Bill.
check the chat, buddy.
You know, our
Yeah,
good friend
is it clogged again?
from the
Or?
vinyl show.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks, bro, for adding so much random, wildly entertaining personality to STC, Bill. So that's really nice. Thank you, Bill. I'm gonna put that in a place of prominence. This garbage can right now. I'm just kidding. I'll find a place for it. And it looks like he sent me. Of course,
That could
it's
be
not a
worse on that note,
surprise.
by the way.
One of the things.
I mean, it is worth
What?
something. Nothing is something.
This is cool because we were talking about it on the vinyl.
I made him
show.
cry right there, by the way.
You had some
And,
weird
uh,
fucking asbestos
It's
in
a
that box.
secure, cassette. So
Nice.
Canadian
it's
asbestos.
pretty cool. But he also sent me, and I'm so glad he did because I can always use more of these. And I got 3 of these bad boys right here, which currently that puts me at, I think, 507 out of 650. And of course, would always ask, I mean, you don't have to, but if anyone ever sent me one, at least one, I'd like them to sign the back so I can remember who did it. So, Chris, glad to help. Love, Bill. That's really nice. See, look, I'm doing that thing. You're going to the wrong side. STC. So anyway, thank you, Bill. I really appreciate that. And maybe we'll do more of these for this. for Discord. I don't even know if it can take this kind of a video, so I guess we're gonna find out, or this long of a video. So anyway, thanks again. Yeah, that was exciting stuff. You could have cut that down a little bit, but whatever.
Cut it down. Yeah, I'm gonna make a sizzle reel out of it.
Man, this guy got it in for you there, Matty.
Oh my goodness!
How many accounts does this loser have?
Seriously,
hey, he's making this video trend, so
I mean, for hurting a kid, he has proof. Okay, get the fuck out of here, loser.
It's a Russian bot.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's just what the fuck.
Yeah, but my stats are going through the roof.
It's like, that Russian bot saw Curtis's hat and said, "Okay, I know."
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. You brought it in because of your fucking hat.
All right.
Anyways, Bill, thank you. It was going to be like an exclusive kind of thing, but we broke over at Retro Nonsense. We don't have shit like that, so.
Well, I hope you said you would appreciate the cure business, and might as well find someone who appreciates it.
I do. I didn't think you were going to send it. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And the games, obviously, I appreciate those too.
So, right on.
Cool stuff.
Chris is #1 fan in the chat.
I don't know why I got a comment. What did I do? Was I excited or something?
Defending my honor.
Oh, yeah. Well, come on, man. That's fucking stupid shit.
All right. I wonder if I can make someone else a moderator or anything.
Yeah, we do need a mod.
I don't know if I can do that in stream.
Man, I mean, it's interesting how, like, you would think, why can't you harness that power for good? Like, what is he gaining?
I don't know. It's helping the channel out. But...
You think it's Joe?
Joe.
Can you imagine Joe's is like, fuck this?
By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed my Toys R Us toy hunting video earlier this week. I hope you guys check that out. That's a lot of fun.
I like that little trailer you put together. I was watching on Instagram earlier. That was pretty cool too.
That was neat.
Oh yeah, I really don't get how to do those story things, but
you did it good. It worked. You just put it in the story. The thing is, you can only put like a minute or something, but it'll spread through all of them. So like it'll just shift for you. But it sometimes it takes a little bit of time to upload.
Okay.
So next time you do it, just be patient. It'll upload.
Yeah, because it really doesn't show you what the final thing will look like until you send it out. So I wasn't even sure.
Well, and then sometimes it'll put the shortest part at the beginning. And so you're like, oh, why are you showing the end part? But once it all uploads, it puts it back in order. If that I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you know.
Yeah.
If that's something you notice that was tweaking you out, just let it ride because it'll fix it once it's all uploaded. They haven't quite mastered that over there at the Facebook, I guess. So
yeah. All right. We 37 minutes in. We haven't even done vinyl adjacent yet.
We haven't even showed anything. We got Curtis's hat.
And I have something very special for my vinyl adjacent. Very special.
Let's get it started before the bot comes back.
Okay.
Because you might not be showing anything tonight, Bill. You might just be on bot dude. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this thing is, I got it sometime in the 90s. I'm going to show you one of my guitars today.
Oh.
Yeah. This is my personal guitar.
A guitar?
Previous to this guitar, I had, when I first started getting into guitar, I had, the family reached out amongst the family. Who's got a guitar so this guy can play guitar in school and whatever. And my grandfather came through with a guitar that was in his attic. And that thing was from the 50s. Very difficult to play. No truss rod. The neck is like floating. Is a very cool guitar. I still have that. Maybe we'll show that next week. But then I got kind of a cheapy electric guitar for Christmas one year, which was a lot easier to play. and that was fun. It was an El Degas. It was a Strat copy. And then finally, as I had enough of my own money, I'm like, I want a decent guitar for myself. And so I went to the local big town around where I come from, and that was Kingston, Ontario. And we went to the music shop there and picked up a guitar, and it's a Canadian guitar. You guys heard of Godin guitars?
No.
Golden, like the color gold?
Godin, Godin. This is the guy that started this brand with one of his pals. This is a Norman guitar. It's Canadian, made in Quebec. I got my capo on there. Norman guitar, Canadian, made in Quebec. Like I said, this is a B20, and there you go.
Now are Canadian guitars worth a shit?
Well, the reason why I went with this guitar is because it is highly regarded, yet affordable.
I'm just joking. Yeah,
affordable for people.
Yeah, those are good, like starter guitars, I hear.
No, it's a fine forever guitar. Great forever guitar. You can see it's got the dreadnought style. It's not possibly as thick as some acoustic guitars, so it's not as bassy as I might like. But man, this thing has been with me for, beach parties and...
You're that guy.
Well, and
this
has done live gigs with me back in the day. I've written songs on this thing. This thing has been my journeyman guitar for years and years.
You've written a song? Why isn't this not on the channel?
I think you should premiere a song right now on the vinyl.
Right. We got to get a lot more likes.
We got to get 7 likes.
7 likes.
I had quite a songwriting history.
I'm just joking around, Denise. Go ahead.
After a while, I was like, the songs I'm writing are not ones I would listen to. So, and they were also, some were copies of artists I liked. So I kind of gave it up.
Give us a little something. Come on. If you got a guitar right there, you got to play something.
No, there's no room. I'm stuck in this. But you can see.
Baloney. Back up then. Stand on your stairs. This is not unacceptable.
I still got more to show here.
Unacceptable, Bill.
I don't know if you can see where my kids, they dropped a big case of something on it and scratched the body up here.
Oh,
man. Can't get a good shot. See that scratch there?
I see it.
Throw it out.
Kids will destroy everything. So I'm like
that camera lens.
I mean,
you got it back with the poster.
Yeah, imagine if it was a poster.
You the poster.
Yeah.
You guys see where they get it from, Bill.
It's this constant, just this family battle.
Maybe that's
it. With you guys over there.
I'm like, geez, guys, this guitar has survived 20 years, and now you've put a hole in it. Thanks so very much for doing that. So
man, that does suck, though, man.
See, they all want you to sing a song.
You gotta do it for the fans.
You gotta do it for the fans. You have built it up.
But you can at least play a couple of chords, right?
Yeah, come on.
It's probably out of tune.
And, shut up. Give it a whirl.
You know what? Why don't you tune it up while we do our stuff when we get back to you?
Sounds beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Matt. Encourage him.
There you go.
That was great. See, was that so hard?
Nice.
You're a regular Bill Dillon.
Thank you.
Bill Dillon.
That's that little ditty is from the very first song I ever wrote. So
wow.
That's
cool, man.
Nice.
I'm gonna get the soundboard version of this and put it up on YouTube.
There you go. That would definitely be something.
Premiere it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I went, that was my first big purchase as like a kid, going to the music store, negotiating for these things because the prices on guitars at music stores aren't really the price, so you have to play with them, negotiate, and then I even managed to get a hard shell case out of them thrown in on the deal, which I thought
you were negotiating that like that when you were a kid too.
I had to. You're not going to play sticker price on guitars, and they scam you. They want you to pay for the case even though these things come shipped with the case.
Right.
They want to ding you extra for the case.
Because they're not going to do anything. What are they going to do? Have a whole warehouse full of cases?
Yeah. So.
Hey, so now you have an electric guitar, Bill?
I have a couple electrics.
So what's your take on all the little knobs and all that shit? Do you like them all stripped down, or do you like it with all the extra stuff?
6 p.m. Go ahead.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
For his medicine.
I don't know if you listened to the Tom Morello interview.
I did. That's why I'm bringing it up. Yeah.
I am much like him, where it's distraction to me. I like setting it up once and then leaving it.
Well, I know, but when he was coming up, it wasn't cool to have those knobs on. And so he decided to distinguish himself. He was going to do all that so he could do the scratching and all the various things that he does that kind of makes their sound. So I was curious, do you like all the little knobs and all that shit, or do you want it off?
No, I don't use anything. But I'm not a stage performer.
This is why you didn't get famous. I mean,
exactly. I think I have one pedal in my.
This guy has played with the Boss, so maybe you should start using that stuff.
That's true. And if you guys haven't heard that, the Tom Morello interview,
it's a really good interview.
Really good.
Yeah. Even the lead up from the day before was really good. Howard did a very good job of kind of setting the table on that interview.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say? I wasn't going to be that interested in Tom Morello. I'm not a big Rage Against the Machine guy, but when I learned his history and stuff, it was a really good interview.
Oh yeah.
So that's my Norman guitar. One more thing I wanted to say about it. You notice the finish. Norman guitars, at least back then, they were very lightly finished, like not a lot of lacquer on the top. Very natural appearance. So one thing that was cool with this guitar, like it's actually aged. This was a lot lighter when I first got it. And through the years, it just gets darker and the grain develops more. So
that's cool.
I thought that was kind of neat with having a guitar like this. That it can age with you. Yeah, and Denise backs me up with Norman guitars.
Yeah. How about the comment above that? What does that mean, Denise? Explain yourself.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Did you ever see that movie? It took place at Notre Dame.
Oh,
there was this beautiful woman in it that you remind me of.
Yeah,
she was
Esmeralda.
Have you ever seen Snow White?
No.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
you
ahead.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus.
Have you ever seen Up?
Actually, no, but I know what you're getting at. That old man flying off to his death or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that's what it is. They stuck. All right, I'll tell you what I think it's about. Some little Chinese kid and an older man. Oh, well, see, there you go. I like that.
Oh, you shut him up. Wow.
He's speechless. Look at how red he's turning. Look at his face. He's so red.
Yeah, I'm real red. It's like, when the Eskimos, they float them off to sea, and the elderly, they put them on the ice and push them off. Is that what they did in Up? They stuck the old man in the balloon and have him fly away? No?
He wanted to get the hell away.
Nailed it. That's exactly.
I don't know, because I've always heard it's sad. So it seems like that would be, what else would be sadder than that?
I'm not going to spoil a Pixar film on the vinyl collection, Chris.
All right. Well, let's get moving.
Hey, I got to make a phone call really quick. Hide me really quick. I'll be back.
All right. Well, we were going to go to Curtiss, but up next, we got Matt Bandy with his vinyl adjacent, if he cares to go for it.
I do care to go. And I got one thing in the mail yesterday.
Did we say hi to Susie, by the way, who's in the chat?
No.
Hey, Susie. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on by.
So I got a new cassette from $20 Spin, which is a record label out of Pittsburgh. I believe they're out of Pittsburgh. But this is the newest release. This is a demo cassette from a band called Skeleton, and they're from Pittsburgh. I've shown one of their records on here before. Skeleton plays like a black and thrash. But this release, when I first heard it, had I not known this was Skeleton, I wouldn't have realized that it was them. It sounds completely different from their first release. This is way more just kind of traditional black metal. This is very raw, and it's great. It's awesome, and it's only 4 tracks, I believe. Just on A black cassette here. The
Just
tracks
4
don't even,
tracks?
Yeah, it's a demo tape. So
Is there tons of dead tape, or did they cut the tape amount?
no, it probably plays those. It repeats on both sides, but it's not a bunch on there. It's probably right under 30 minutes. I'm guessing. If I had to, you got your J card here. The $20 bin. That was kind of hard to read that. And you got the band flip on the inside here.
Why is that called a J card?
I believe the shape maybe it makes.
The J? Okay.
Yeah, because like this.
Yeah. I mean, I figured. I just,
Yeah.
for the audience,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
assumed. And you got something on here I cannot read. I'm awful at reading Old English letters. But I guess from what I read, this was I got this through their Bandcamp. This is only going to be a cassette release. I'm assuming just because it's a demo, but a few of these tracks are going to be on their upcoming full length. So I'm curious to see. I assume they're just kind of going to go back to their normal sound is. So it'll be interesting to see what those tracks sound like on the full length. But if you ever want me to buy a release that you put out, put it in black and white and put a guy in armor on an armored horse with
It's
a
a done
spear,
deal.
that is, I'm gonna buy it. Then it came with a nice little sticker here too.
That's really cool. Got that ephemera.
Devin Townsend. I'm blanking on what he is known for. Does somebody help me out? Devin Townsend? I know the name. I'll have to look it up and get back to you on that. And I also got a little something in the mail from my buddy Chris Roberts.
What?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
So, yeah.
Did you like the little love note that I added?
I did like the note, but it's a little personal. So
it's okay. That's
I'll
fine.
keep it to myself here.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Will you be sticking it?
I haven't decided where I'm gonna put this. I thought about putting it on my work computer, so I'll see it every single day, and every day it will remind me of Chris. But my work computer is kind of on the outs right now, so I don't know how much longer it's going to be with me. So I'm going to put this on somewhere that it's gonna be a lifer, right? So
how do you like the durability? Do you like the vinyl feel to it?
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, this
kind of really goes with the podcast. Yeah, see vinyl.
I could put this on my car and it would be there. It wouldn't get weathered.
Right.
If you want to make a sticker, make a vinyl sticker so you can get it wet and it's not going to be damaged. So it's a quality product from Mr. Chris Roberts.
Yeah, I only put out the finest of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the benefit of the chat, Chris Roberts, explain to people what that is.
Oh, okay. So
because you can't really see. You can't really see.
If you look at it, it's years ago, I had this idea for a picture because I had all these Mario Duck Hunt carts, and I printed up the grid, so how it looks like. Okay, in the game, Mario's made up of pixels. They're little tiny squares. So when you make it larger to look at, there's a certain amount. So if you put enough squares together, you will make that shape. So I made a pixel art of Mario in my driveway, and
with the real carts.
With the real carts, yeah. It took 143 of them. And I don't want to sound douchey because, I mean, that picture's, I guess you could say it's a little famous because, I mean, it was all over the internet. I mean, not like millions, but definitely in the 100,000s. I've seen it in Reddit. I've seen it in other people. People put it on their Instagram. They don't give me credit. I don't even care. It's whatever. But it's kind of funny. It became viral for a minute. So I decided to make some stickers out of it. And I got some magnets. And I'm even thinking of something else. I don't know. We'll see. But I usually re-upload that picture every... I originally released it on March 10th, which is referred to as Mario Day. Because when you abbreviate March, it's MAR. And then, of course, the 10 would be 1. So it's March 10. which makes Mario. And people usually, there you go, Mario Mosaic. So people usually post a bunch of Mario crap on that day. So I wanted to do something a little different. And
has Nintendo embraced that as Mario Day? Did they kind of get on board with that?
they sort of. It's not, I don't really, they have. I think they usually will put something out on that day, but usually they stick to their anniversaries, like, like the 35th anniversary of Mario.
Yeah, it's almost like kind of like the May 4th.
May the 4th.
With
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Whereas Disney will lean in on a little bit, but nobody likes anything that they can't patent. You know what I mean? They can't patent and copyright and all that. So,
you really got to look into watermarking it and do a digital watermark too, so you can forensically own that thing. Because there's stories coming out now how people are buying up digital only media stuff that's only available online. And
the problem is if I really try to do something like that, I imagine I would get a letter from Nintendo's lawyers. Because artwork on the cart isn't it? Now, I'd have to read. Okay. I'd have to do it with something other than that. I'm fine. It's okay. There's people going to use it. I can't stop people from stealing it. So it is what it is. But I know what you're saying, Bill. I thought about it for about a half a second, and then I thought about that letter I would probably get, and I don't want to. They have really good lawyers, and I don't have any, so I don't want to deal with that.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so good stuff, buddy. So is it my turn for the ephemera stuff or the adjacent?
Yes. Bandy, you got that note from Denise? Devin Townsend
I'll check
project.
it out. Yeah, I know I've heard it. I just don't. I'm blanking on what it sounds like.
Well, I got a couple cassettes too. It's too bad Curtiss isn't here, but I'll start with these. See if he pops in anytime soon. So I don't do too much of this, but anytime I see like a cassette that's a little different, sometimes I'll pick them up, like the blank cassettes. I like that with the VHS, but I'm really only focusing on sealed VHS that are like the different ones, like stuff that you would record stuff on. But if I come across something strange, like I got one that was released by Camel, I'll pick that up. This one isn't really that strange, but I haven't seen it in so long. I just thought it'd look cool. Plus, I'll probably record some stuff on it and make a mixtape for Bandy. Ooh. But it's just the Target brand, but it just looked really cool. And they had 3 of them. And this was in this big lot that I bought. And I don't know. I used to see these all the time at Target, and they used to have the blank CDs too. So I just thought that was kind of cool. The place I went to that Bandy, you remember that video I sent you? There's like thousands of everything. It had CDs, cassettes, VHS, DVDs, Blu-rays.
Have you dug through everything?
Yeah, man. But the weird thing is this is my second time digging through it, and I still found stuff. Like I don't have it with me, but I found that very rare copy of Star Wars, which has the theatrical release on it that you can't get anywhere else. That like 50 people try to correct me on. It's like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. But whatever. It is. So anyway, so I got this Billy Joel. I only did this because I thought it was ironic because Curtiss had just got a Billy Joel, and I'll show you another thing that's really ironic. But and then also this other Billy Joel. So I got a couple of those. All this stuff was in a huge bundle. But the thing that really was, I thought, now you got to keep in mind, I'm talking like there is thousands of stuff, and
it looks pretty overwhelming when I saw the picture.
So many CDs. Like I really didn't even. I only went through some of it, but out of the corner of my eye, off to the side, there was a little bin that had like 50 CDs in it. And the way they were positioned, I knew it'd be easy to skim through them real quick. And Curtiss just bought this album, so it's kind of funny that this was
that
there.
Billy Joel one. Oh, funny.
Yeah, out of all the albums, it is so weird.
You listened to it yet?
I did no, but I mean, I did. I listened to some of the songs, but on my phone, I haven't actually listened to the CD yet. But anyways, I got these too, Curtiss, in case you.
Oh, nice! What is that? Turnstiles and Songs in the Attic. That's his first album.
Yeah,
What's
I thought
with
it'd be
the
pretty
barcode
cool.
right on the cover of that one?
I don't know. It's
So
horrible,
weird.
man. Can you imagine that?
Turnstiles is really good. That's like that came right before his like big breakout, the Stranger album, and it's really good.
Yeah, New York State of Mind, Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty good couple cool songs. I don't know much from this other one, but
You're getting a request to show that CD again.
oh, okay.
You're too
It's sorry. It's kind of hard because of the glare, but if you look at he must have done what do we decide on this, Curtis? It was in Russia?
He did. It's in Russian. It's like it's a live concert he did in Russia. Billy Joel, yeah.
But the thing that really stuck out is there was a couple of covers on the end. You got the Beatles cover and you got the Bob Dylan cover, and the only reason, I mean, I would have showed this anyway, but it was just ironic that Curtiss just bought the album, and in a stack of like Curtiss, there was like 1,000 CDs there, bro. Like, and just randomly, this caught my eye in a separate stack, but it wasn't even with the main stuff. It was just kind of off to the side. And the hunter in me, when I'm in the middle of it, I'm always looking at what's around it. It's just weird. Like my eye will be like, okay, now that nobody can get this shit, what's over there? You know what I mean? So I saw this box over there. I said, let me grab that real quick. And I opened it up. And this was the only thing in there that I would have purchased. Everything else was like Dolly Parton. Nothing against any of the music. It's just not something I wanted. You know what I mean? Like this weird shit, classical, just stuff that I wasn't into or I wouldn't have bought. And like that was there. And I thought, I gotta get it. It's like a sign.
And so, dude, it's worth it, man. It's such a good album.
Oh, I am definitely looking forward. Like I said, I listened to Back in the USSR, but I think I've actually heard that cover before. Yeah. So somebody must have played it on some station I was listening to. And I didn't even realize it when I heard it the first time when I heard it. I didn't even realize it was Billy Joel. I thought it might have been the Beatles singing. Like sometimes they don't sound the same when they're live. I didn't really think about it, and but now that I hear it, I was like, oh, I've heard that before. And then I'll just show a couple more things, then we'll move on. And there was also a nice little copy of Slippery When Wet on VHS. Got all their videos from the time.
I think it's his birthday or yesterday.
Oh,
yeah. So there you go.
So slightly younger than Chris still, but
at least I don't look like a woman. I mean, nothing against women, but man,
where are you going with that, Chris?
Have you seen John lately? He looks like he's like an Italian ant.
Keep going, just keep going.
It's serious, man. He's like kind of like what's his name from Aerosmith.
I thought you meant like a little ant in Italy.
Oh no. Like like somebody's aunt. They just I don't know, whatever. And he's Italian, right? It's not racist. It's just, he's Italian. Anyway, I found Day of the Dead. This is a little special edition thing. It's got like the reversible cover, but I switched it to like the main cover.
Oh, actually, that the cover you have it as, that's cool. I like that cover.
Yeah, the other one, it's just a little busy. I mean, it's cool, but it's just, it just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, too much. I like the simplistic ones.
Yeah, I do too. And plus, that was the original, and it just looks cool. And then also got the Halloween, and this is different. This is that cover, which was made just for this, but it also has the original cover on the inside, which I don't want to take out. But it looks like this, which I think this is really bitching. But I mean, since I already have, I figured I'd just leave it like that to have something different to look at. But what's kind of cool about this is it actually has the television version, so you get to see kind of how they edit it for TV.
That is such a cool feeling, actually.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like it's really neat that they did that only for collectors and fans because the TV versions actually become very valuable. Like, for instance, there's like that TV edit of Die Hard where he says Mr. Falcon.
Yes.
If you find that on some cassette, like if let's say you're out hunting and you see an old VHS that says Die Hard and you could pick it up for $1 or less, pick it up, because if it's the TV version, you got like about $75 bill sitting there, especially if it has commercials and stuff, because people they never like released it. So the fact that they actually released the TV edit shows you like this is for fans, you know what I mean? And I love shit like that because this is like nobody wants that other than diehards, you know what I mean? Like a regular person just would want the theatrical release. They don't want the edited stuff, but I do. So I like it. Plus, you know, it's just cool. It's a nice little set. And the last thing I'll show is, so this is just a regular Karate Kid 3, and I'm only showing this for scale. I already have this, but I'm going to show it for scale. So I like to pick up movie soundtracks on cassette if I could find them, as long as they're movies I'm kind of interested in. And I saw this, and I thought, oh, that's cool. And then I looked at it, and it's actually not a cassette. It's just one of those failed. Yeah, it's a failed medium that never quite took off. And so for scale here, you got, and you know, and it comes out just like a VHS tape would.
Dude, that's a trip.
Funny.
Yeah.
How thick is it? How thick is it? Do scale thickness.
Oh, okay.
I want to see the girth of this thing.
Okay, well, here's a regular VHS, and we'll compare the two. All right, so.
Oh, it's pretty girthy still.
Did you guys not have like 8mm cameras, video 8 cameras?
Well, we did, and so I recognized what it was right away because I had an 8mm home camera. Ironically, though, a couple of years back, I was at the swap meet, and there was a Sony case, you know, that looked like Curtiss, like it looked like the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I at first I thought maybe it was one of those cheap toy ones, and then I saw it said Sony on it, and I'm like, oh, cool, because I've been kind of looking for like one of those big, stupid and I find them every now and then, and I don't get them, and then I think, why didn't I get that fucking thing? Because this would be fun to have, especially if they work.
Like, is that like the thing? That's like Chevy Chase has in Christmas Vacation.
I'm talking like I'll come across those big ass camcorders.
Oh, a camcorder.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking about a projector thing.
No. I'm talking like a camcorder.
Yeah.
So I opened it up and it had a camcorder in it, but I was a little bit disappointed initially because it's one of these camcorders, but it's a very early one. So it looks real mechanical, analog looking. It's kind of cool. I'll show it on another one. Anyways, the point is, it also came with the VCR, a little tiny 8mm.
Yeah.
You know, the 8.
So there is a VCR that plays just those.
Yeah. Also, there's a cassette adapter.
Yeah, I know there's an adapter.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't really think it out, but there's also a cassette adapter. You can stick it inside of it, and it becomes a VHS tape.
Yeah,
but
that's a VHS-C player. That's two different formats.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
You're right. You might be right, but no, it doesn't matter. This, I have the VCR for it. It's called an 8mm, or no, actually, it's not even 8mm. It's called Video 8. But so I have the whole setup. I have a fucking camera if I want.
Denise has some. She says I have like 4 or 5 of those. She has Flash Gordon.
Well, hey Denise,
Flash.
hit me up on the Twitter if you don't want them. You know,
I remember those early home recording deals where your camera was separate and then you had to carry the recorder unit. Actually, we had to use that in college too.
That's not what it is, though.
Beta cam.
This is just like a separate because at that point, eventually they made it where you could just plug in the AV outs off of the camera and it would go right to the TV. Oh, Laserdisc? I'm down with Laserdisc too.
Yeah, I'll take Laserdisc.
I got Laserdisc. I got Laserdisc. We all got Laserdisc. Except old Maddie 7-inch.
Anyways, I got the player for this too, but I didn't even care if I did or not. These are cool, and I've never seen one.
That's an underrated movie.
It is. People shit on Karate Kid 3, but it's not bad. It's not as good as the first two, but it is good.
Not as good as the next Karate Kid, but it's it's good.
I finally watched that.
And
it's not good.
Oh, okay.
Well, oh, dude.
Yeah, Mabel.
Fucking Mabel.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It is not good.
Well, then you haven't lived, Bill.
Actually, I would say watch it because it's got Michael Ironsides in it.
Yeah,
and he plays a complete nutcase.
Hilary Swank is the Daniel son.
Yeah,
she's not good in that movie.
All right, and then last thing, one quick. Okay. Sorry. So I found the up. Okay, so I already had this one. This is just like the regular standard. This is the one you want to find that has the little flappies on the bottom here. So
why?
Yeah, what?
Collectability, buddy. This is what you would call
it's a closed box.
This is what you call a first print. So say they would just seal it right there, and then you'd have to open it up. And most idiots would cut these off. So when they're off, then you can't tell the difference. But if you were if you were a collector, you didn't do that, and then later on, the box becomes the most valuable part. So the one weird thing though is I'm actually kind of stuck keeping this because look at how cool it is. It has that little red shit.
Oh, that's.
But you know what's weird though is this fucking thing is in EP mode. How cheap was this? This had to be like a budget title towards the end.
That's like my WrestleMania 14.
What's EP mode?
Well, EP means extended play. So, but when you look at the tape, there's hardly nothing there. But so they can condense it. But it's about the quality. Yeah. You want LP.
I've never seen anything like that.
Or SP.
Or that's actually what I meant. I'm sorry, SP. You're right. That's exactly what you want is SP. So see the difference. See
look at that.
All that tape,
full. Very full
compared to that one, which was like a sliver. So
yeah.
Actually, I like that new that Clarice show, even though it is a little watered. It has the CBS quality to it. I really wish that was on like a streaming service, but it's not bad. All right, Curtis, you're up, buddy. Go ahead.
We're doing adjacent still, right? I never know after Chris, but
this is all adjacent.
You're only adjacent, baby. That's what we do. All right. Well, I don't have anything to show this week, but I do have some homework that I caught up on. And the big one was, do we remember?
Dylan Christmas.
Christmas in the Heart. Bob Dylan, baby.
All right. People have been waiting.
You know what I didn't realize is this is like old Dylan.
Yeah.
Like I put it on and I was like, who is this old Keith Richards sounding man singing? He's like, do you hear what I hear? You know,
modern
here comes
age
Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane.
I don't remember that one.
It was good. I mean, it was a good. It's got a lot of like good Christmas standards on there. You know, I wish it was more of like the like, no offense, but I think the like kind of Christian religious Christmas songs are kind of lame and slow and boring. Like
the Drummer Boy and
I mean, Silent Night aside, because I think Silent Night's good, but like like Hark the Herald's Angels Sing, and like little Drummer Boy. I'm like,
you want like Jingle Bell Rock?
I want some Andy Williams and
What about Must Be Santa?
Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Must Be Santa.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, but like the First Noel, come on, get out of here. But now we're just digging into Christmas songs, not Bob. But the point is, I listened to this, and you know what's funny is like, spoiler alert, I steal Spotify from one of my friends. I'm on their account, and so they can see everything I listen to. And
like,
I get a text.
You watching?
I get a text today like, "Were you listening to Christmas music?" I was like, "I regret nothing. I regret nothing." But no, one thing I want to talk about too before I yield my time is I've really been getting into listening to live albums. Like that's like my new thing. I'm like really starting to dig live albums. And last night, it's been a really busy week at work this week. And so I just wanted to chill last night. And I wanted to watch like something funny or, but I wasn't finding anything. And so I was like, I wonder if Amazon Prime has like concert films. And so I looked up concert films. They got a ton. Of concert films. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And so I know you guys are going to give me shit for this, but the first thing I watched was the Eagles' Hell Freezes Over. Hey, you shut up. Shut up, Matt Bandy. Huh?
That's a solid choice.
Dude, it was great.
I remember watching it when it came out. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really fun. And so I watched that whole thing. Like I thought I was only going to watch like 20 minutes of it. I watched the whole thing. It was great. Really good.
What year is that from?
That is from 94. That was when they first reunited. Yeah. Because they broke up in 80.
It blew my mind because I didn't realize that many different members had their own lead.
It is like
I didn't know that.
a super group. Yeah, the
it
Eagles.
really is.
Yeah,
every,
I mean Joe Walsh
one of them had their own song.
Joe Walsh, John Henley, Glenn
Fry.
Yeah, like
that other dude that nobody remembers his name.
I know, I forget his name too, but he's got some hits too. But yeah, so that was really good. And then I started watching. They had a Rolling Stones concert film, Let's Spend the Night Together, which is directed by Hal Ashby, who directed a bunch of movies. The big one that I'm familiar with is Being There with Peter Sellers. Would never connect the two, but so I started watching that. And that's great. And now I am like going down the rabbit hole of like, what else is on Amazon Prime for these concert films? Makes me want to check all the other streaming services. What About Bob? Great film, Bill Murray. You know, we're talking about concert films.
Not bad at all.
But so that's what I've been watching. That's what I'm gonna keep watching. But and I want to start listening to more live albums. Oh, I listened to two Billy Joel his other two live albums, which are more recent, like 2012 and like 2006 primo stuff.
Curtis, have you listened to Iron Maiden? Was that one you checked out?
I did. Yeah, I really dug the what did I listen to?
Probably Number of the Beast.
I think it was, or was it Piece of something?
Peace of Mind, maybe.
I think it was Peace of Mind.
Okay. There are some really cool Iron Maiden like concert videos.
And they have one. I checked it. I was kind of going through and like putting stuff on my watch list, and I put the Iron Maiden one on there.
Their stage production is really cool.
Denise, give me a break. There's, you know how much Bob there is? Like how much they might have even had a Dylan one. I can't remember now.
But it's not Rolling Thunder Review, the new Martin Scorsese quasi doc is on Amazon, I think.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's because there's not. I don't know. I didn't find. I was going to
Netflix. Sorry, I think it's Netflix.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But you know how like you can usually go to like a category. I couldn't find like the category for that. I was just, so you'd have to go to like movies that are like this, and it would show a bunch more. And then you kind of go to one of those, and it'd show a bunch more. I want to see if I can find the collection of it, or like a section for that. Because I was blown away how many there are. It's really cool. So if you got Amazon Prime, check it out.
Amazon has a really good multi-episode Grateful Dead documentary on there too, also by Scorsese's production.
Yep.
I recommend
Scorsese did a great Rolling Stones doc, Shine a Light. That was like from 2006-ish.
Yeah. Whew. All right.
You gonna show a record, Bill?
Show's over. Records. What's this show called? The Vinyl Collection.
Denise, is this on YouTube you're talking about?
Okay, hey, but by the way, Curtis,
yeah.
I know you keep trying to show it, but that is a pretty dope shirt.
Oh, I'm not trying to show it, but
you're like, hey, everybody, look at my
yeah,
it's over shirt.
It's over the top, baby.
I know it is. That's pretty dope.
Chris, I'm pretty sure I could beat you in an arm wrestling contest.
Ooh.
Listen. Sure I don't. You know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I know a special trick.
Oh,
over the top.
I am not going to reveal. A magician never reveals his secrets.
Over the Top might be better than Point Break.
You know what I wanted to see? Over the Top is the greatest film ever made. You know what I wanted to see in Over the Top? Both of them try the Over the Top move.
I know they both.
What happens? The universe implodes upon itself. It sucks into.
It is definitely the best movie with Terry Funk in it.
You are Roadhouse. Isn't he in Roadhouse?
Terry Funk? Damn, maybe he is.
Oh wait, I can't remember now. Shit.
I don't remember. Funk? He's a wrestler, but he's a badass wrestler. But he made as a kid. Anytime a wrestler had made some sort of appearance in a movie, it always was like, oh fuck, like that. You know, like it meant something to me. It's really weird. And this was before wrestlers were the lead. This is before Hulk Hogan, and later on.
This is when they were like the henchmen and stuff.
little tiny parts, and it used to always be like, what the fuck, Terry Funk's in this movie? Because they didn't like advertise it like, hey, Terry Funk's in. Nobody cared.
I'm gonna look that up really quick.
Yeah, I don't know if he might be in that. If he did, I forgot. It sounds familiar though when you say that. You're probably right, because I think he was trying to make a little career.
He is 100% in Roadhouse.
Okay, all right. So it's the best. All right, hold on. It's the best arm wrestling movie that has Terry Funk in it.
Hell yeah! Now, but what I was gonna say is like I love Roadhouse. I am crazy for Swayze.
That's a tough one though.
But I really like Over the Top as well. Do I have a Roadhouse T-shirt? I do not.
No.
The hat I was wearing before I put on this cool hat. Oh, is a Over the Top hat. It's the same hat that Stallone's wearing. I haven't.
Chris Roberts reading to himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm trying. I forget the chat's going there for me, but I thought I was just like, okay,
Chris like zoned out. He's zoned out completely, and he was just
I thought ghosts were.
Well, okay, all right.
It was like some. We need an old priest and a young priest. Someone needs to perform an exorcism here.
I did just get that on Blu-ray, and boy, it looks fabulous.
Oh, I have the same one, but it's the Digibook Better Edition. So,
well, I got this on the cheap. It was only $5, but you're right. That would be the better version. Yeah. And if I come across it, I'll get it for sure because
it's got both versions.
And this does not.
That one's only got the extended one, right?
But this has got the version you want, though. I like both versions. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that they didn't have, I mean, honestly, that crab walk scene,
the crab walk, I can't believe it's not in there.
I can't believe he let that producer talk him out of it because some producer or somebody said, "No, you should take that out," and he did, and he wasn't going to, and he did it, and it's horrible. It's the best scene in the movie, and there's a lot of great scenes. But when she does that, and then the fact that they really did that, well,
it brings chills to my sternum, Bill, to the front part. It goes right down my rib cage.
One of the main reasons, though, is you could see the wire. That's what I watched the documentary on. He said you could still see the wire. And so whenever they were CGI and shit in early 2000s,
they took it out.
Yep.
Just like E.T. is the better version where they added the flashlights and the walkie-talkies.
No way.
That is the definitive version.
Yep. No.
So, anyway, Bill, you were going to...
It's the power of Christ compels you, isn't it?
He says a couple of things, so I don't want to argue with Susie, but
yeah, I really limit my viewings of that movie. It's
such a great movie.
It's a good one.
And the documentary on it is really good too. There's a couple of them. If you haven't watched them, Curtis, you should because I
have watched them.
You should.
They're really good, very good.
I don't know why you're not, Curtis. Just watch
it, Bill.
Guys, I got to leave right now because I got to go watch some docs. So, I feel, excuse me.
Stretch that,
I'm just stretching out until we show Bob Dylan piece of.
Oh no, I may stretch out my box and knock him out.
Can we go 2 weeks with distracting Bill enough that he won't show any vinyl?
Hey, I was hoping we'd go the whole show without no vinyl.
Yeah.
I'm pushing towards this to become the collection podcast. So.
There you go.
Chris, that's all you've ever been.
You weren't here early on. I showed like 60 records, and it was over. I mean, how many do I got?
You blew your load.
But I've showed more records than you have, even in the last couple of weeks.
You haven't?
I showed 2 last week. How many did you show?
2. I showed the 2 I got.
Fake news. Fake news.
Susie says E.T. was the first movie that she saw in theaters. Same with me.
Same here. Yeah.
They reopened my theater in my little town.
It was a big deal, man. My mom took me to see that. It was awesome.
Chris watched it on his 40th birthday.
Yeah. With your mom.
Dad?
Okay.
It's
possible. All right. This could be the end of the Bob collection for me. Or should we just skip it and show other stuff and then come back to Bob later? I don't know. Are we ready for it to end? Are we ready for the Bob stuff to end?
You'll just have to go buy more.
I mean, then we lose Denise. Does Denise leave us permanently then?
There is still one left that I don't own. We'll get to that soon. But next in the pile for the Bob stuff is Tempest. And let me get the plastic off so you can.
Great video
really
game.
good arcade game. Yeah, arcade game's
James,
awesome.
steal me a Coke.
Do not like this cover. I think it's
You're
super
getting diet.
boring.
Oh.
It's like they just picked the first font they used.
For what? The
It looks
title?
like a romance novel.
Yeah, I don't. The back
Cover.
cover's good. Look, great picture of Bob there in the car. It's cool. So, Tempest. This was from 2012, 35th album. Duquesne Whistle starts things off. Co-written by Robert Hunter from The Dead. And, what we got in here? This is when they were giving you the CD with the vinyl. Why? Everyone should be doing this.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, but then it came in like that sleeve, just like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like, I want the case if I'm going to have a CD.
Jeez,
You
Curtis.
couldn't slide it in the break it that way.
Spread across 2 albums. Got some more
You definitely don't want them taping it to it.
good pictures there of his. That was the touring band he had at the time.
See, that would have made a cooler cover than what was on the.
Yeah,
What they
absolutely.
used. Yeah, that's the cover of the record right there.
Produced by Jack Frost, which is Bob's pseudonym. Bob produced all of his albums after Love and Theft. No, after the one before Love and Theft. Since Love and Theft, it's just been Bob producing his own stuff. Let's see what the vinyl looks like here. Ooh. Looks good. They put the crappy font on the label here. Even Bob's name is just a boring, Times Roman font.
I like the look of it.
I don't know. Members of Los Lobos appear on this, helping out with accordion
cool.
stuff.
No way, really?
There's another great shot. This would be a better cover again.
Yeah.
Silhouetted up.
I like
So-
the pink and black though. That's good.
So, all original material on here. This would be the last album he would write original material for a long time. This was 2012. So it'd be like 8 years until he released an album of his own music again. This is Bob Dylan, the most prolific lyricist and songwriter of, our modern time. He takes time off again to do other stuff. What's he do? He does pop standards popularized by Sinatra. And we get that first with Shadows of the Night. But I like this cover. I like this. Like the
What do we got on this one? Let's look that up. That sounds fun.
Full moon. Empty arms. Stay with me. What'll I do?
check out the back here. Another great shot.
Oh.
And this is like in honor of, vintage imagery of Frank and the boys back in the day. So, yeah, and Bob, he starts, he's doing these crooning type tunes. His voice is sounding different and stronger. And we get you get the CD. The CD looks kind of neat. Neat design on there. 33 1/3 micro groove long playing CD in stereo. I didn't mind this. The chat saying this is when it starts getting tough with all of the Sinatra stuff, but this one was okay, and I really appreciated the new effort Bob was putting into his vocal stylings. Again, he's producing this himself. Our label here looks like the CD. Maybe because I like the cover so much more, I appreciate this that much more.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think Denise and Miss Lobo Bob are gonna get into a fight.
We got some throwdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got some throwdown happening.
Yeah, right.
Well, Denise, I apologize because after Shadows of the Night, this is 2015, so the last one was 2012. 3 years later, this comes out. Sinatra. This is a #1 album in the UK. Like, this burns right all the way to the top.
What do they know?
And I think #2 in the States. So even though it's Sinatra stuff, crooning stuff, it still does really well. And do I have the next one? Yes, the next one, Fallen Angels from 2016. More standards, but cool cover. I like the cover.
That's a cool cover.
No, stupid font, stupid cover.
You're right. The font is a little lacking, but I like.
Boo. What is that?
The working man's hand holding some poker there. 12 brand new recordings. These are, again, pop standards, not just Sinatra songs.
Show that again. How many cards were there? 5 in his hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He ain't playing no 5-card draw. Get out of here with that shit. Nobody plays that no more.
Loaded with more tunes, again, produced by Jack Frost. Again, he's putting extra effort into his vocal stylings, which is appreciated, but it is more old style standards, pop standards from early in the day. There's what the sleeve looks like.
I'm with Miss LaBob. It's these older Bob. It sounds like one of those rock tumblers when he's singing.
But actually, he takes the gravel out of his voice for these standards.
I like the gravel. I'm not saying I have anything against it, but it definitely is like he's got some gravel, baby.
That's why I'm saying you might be surprised at the effort he's putting into his voice for these.
So was Bob a smoker?
Lifelong smoker. Yeah.
How can you do that when you're
still
singer?
Smoking? Still smoking.
So crazy.
You got a throwback label on there, which is cool. Columbia.
So, on a record, is there like a set time you can do on a record? Like, is there a way to like condense so you can fit more songs on?
Yeah, for sure. Look at those compilation albums by those third-party labels, right? They throw on like 30 songs onto one side with these tiny little bands, right? You can do it, which is interesting. That goes to the next Bob album, which I don't own. So this is the next Bob album I don't own after this. And Denise is saying I didn't spend enough time on Tempest. Sorry, I gotta move along. The guys get tired.
We got other shit to do.
I gotta keep moving on.
We got stuff to show.
You know how many rock albums Bandy's got ready to go? Death metal.
That's true. So
and patches and stickers and
exactly.
Denise is saying he only puffs cigars. I don't think so. I think he really does smoke. However, Triplicate, the next album, is one I don't own. It was a 3-discer of more standards, and I just couldn't bring myself to purchase yet another one of cover songs and 3 discs. And it could have fit on 2 discs, but he pressured the record label or whoever it was. He wanted it spaced across 3 discs because he had heard other stuff that got squeezed onto 2, or when you space it out to 45 minutes, he thought the sound quality suffered when you're putting a full 45 minutes on an album. So he insisted on spreading this out 32 minutes each for each disc. So it does. The sound does suffer if you stuff too much tracks together on the vinyl. Make sense?
Yes.
I'm satisfied with that answer. Thank you, Jeeves.
Okay. Finally, what came after Triplicate in 2020? Triplicate was 2017, by the way. This guy, like, how old is he? He's in his 70s. He's still pumping out albums every 3 years. 2020, he's 79 years old. He records this album just before the pandemic hits and releases it as we are all locked down.
He's 79?
He will be 80 May 24th.
Wow. Rough
and Rowdy Ways, which I already showed when I got it. I had to pay some big bucks on there. That still stings. $40.
Canadian.
However, with this, there's the back cover. I already showed this one. So, you guys can go back and check
215. What am I looking at here? How much did you spend that day?
I bought a lot of stuff that day.
Yeah.
Go back and check out that episode. That was a good episode.
Spent some money.
That was a good episode. So yeah, he returns to original written material in 2020, 79 years old. Makes an amazing album, which for some reason I don't think it garnered any award attention, even though it raced up the charts. And it's an amazing effort. All the songs are really good. In fact, groundbreaking, influential. People jumped on this, started recording their own versions of these songs right away. Is excellent album. Can't say enough about it. Rough and Rowdy Ways. Curtis, maybe that's your homework for this week.
What year is that from?
2020.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you said, but
Bill's throwing the homework gauntlet down.
Wow. So he released a new album last year. He got to pay that alimony.
That's true. That's true. He's got a bunch of that. So, yeah. And so what? He turns
Rough and Rowdy Ways, right?
Rough and Rowdy Ways. He turns
Rough
80
and
this
Rowdy.
year. If the pandemic goes away, will he return to touring? I don't know.
Can in Texas.
I don't know. Yeah, Texas.
Come on, Matt.
Wow. Yeah. All right. I'm just catching up on the chat, see if I miss anything. Did I miss anything, guys? Yeah,
we were talking some trash about you, Bill, but
okay. Yeah. All right. So guys, that's it. I'm done with the Bob stuff.
Man,
Wow, how many episodes was that?
Podcast history right here.
That was a lot.
So hope you're all happy.
Imagine Kevin wasn't here for it.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's almost like he planned it.
It sucks. I have a stack of CDs. I was gonna try to get some Kevin attention this week, and I gotta stick with Curtiss.
Yeah. And I don't really care about anything that you do.
You don't. I know. It's fuck. Well, neither does Kevin, but I thought maybe.
All right. Now, you guys were very rude to Matt Bandy last week when he was presenting his stuff. So I'm asking you to please let Matt get through his stuff without any childish sound effects or anything that might. Matt Bandy, what do you bring for us today on the vinyl collection?
Still going through the 7-inches. I almost made it through the B's last week, but yeah, I kind of called an audible and stopped. And
can you guys hear
it on?
I can't.
Oh.
I couldn't help it. All right, I swear, I promise.
So I'm gonna finish. I'm still going through the 7-inches here. So still in the B's, and I stopped before I showed this record here. I believe this was a band from San Francisco called Breakaway. So this came out in 1988. I don't know much about this record. I had a buddy who gave this to me a few years back. I'm pretty sure this was the only release that this band did. This is a hardcore, like they play youth crew style. It was the style of hardcore music that was popular in the late 80s. This was released on Soul Force Records, this is the only record I've ever seen released on that label. But it's got a cool sticker in here that's still unused.
You got to slap that on something, Bandy.
Yeah, how's that not on the box?
I don't know, because I'm not like, and this record is not the greatest. It's kind of generic, but I love the. So yeah, I believe it's just on black vinyl. So if I remember correctly, this sounded a lot like Youth of Today, and just a little bit of a kind of a mini poster, but on the back you have the lyric sheet and the thank yous and whatnot. So yeah, looks like they were from San Ramona, California. And I think that's I believe that's the Bay Area.
Matt, have you
Chris,
said what
you
your
know?
favorite like hardcore or punk band? Have you said what it is in the past?
No, I don't really know if I have one.
Do you have like a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah. I guess you could say that. I do. I'll put together a Mount Rushmore and take a picture and throw it up on Twitter or something.
All right. I dig.
So this is a next record here is by a band from Philadelphia called Blacklisted. This is a, I believe this was a, this is a live recording from, not sure what year this came out. This, recorded live at the Muse in Nashville, Tennessee. So just a real simple.
How many tracks?
Sleeve here. So this is 7 tracks on here, and one cover song. This is River Runs Red is a cover from a band called Life of Agony. They were from New York, which is a great record. But so 7 tracks on this. I think this came out sometime in the early 2010s. White vinyl. We got a stamp, an L, and a B there. The sound on this one isn't the greatest, but this band was huge at the time. Blacklisted. They toured nonstop, and they were a force to be seen.
What do they sound like?
They're a hardcore band. Pretty much all these 7 inches I've shown are this all hardcore punk stuff. But they had more of a kind of a metallic, heavier sound to them. Definitely more heavy metal influences than other traditional hardcore punk stuff. They have another Blacklisted. This is a split between Blacklisted and First Blood, which is a band from LA. This was actually kind of a so we have a weird little diamond on this here, which is for the sleeve.
Oh, that's a trip.
And you got the lyrics here. So each side, one side was Blacklisted, and the other side was to First Blood tracks. This was released by Death Wish Records, which is a fairly large independent record label. But so this was a series. I believe there was 4 other records that they did in this series. They were all on red vinyl. But so this is a diamond shape. There was one that was a club, one was a heart, and one was a spade. So there was like a series of 4 with 8 bands that they did on the release, and this was number 3. So this was the only one that I got in this. For that.
Denise asked, "Do you think those 7-inch records have less warp? Like, are they less likely to warp?"
I've never really seen. I've had maybe one 7-inch that was warped. But yeah, I don't know if they have a less likelihood of warping.
Probably still comes down to how you store them, right?
Yeah, or just
you stack them. You're gonna
exposure.
Yeah.
So that's all the B's. I'll show a couple C's here.
These are just your 7 inches?
Yeah, these are just my 7 inches.
And you just finished the letter B?
Just finished the letter B. Yeah, I would have finished it last episode, but there was an incident.
Well, that was all Chris.
Okay. The first C here is a band by Cardiac Arrest. They were a band from St. Louis, Missouri. I got this at one of their shows when they played in Chicago. Cardiac Arrest is they play more of a fast punk version of hardcore. Not too well known outside of the Midwest. I don't think they toured very much. But I know they had a few releases. This was their first. And you have the so this is kind of the back of the sleeve. You got the thank yous right here.
Is there any of these like bands? Do they have like a cover that isn't like blood and guts? Like it's just them in like nice suits, like looking, like they're
Proper.
gonna take his daughter out to dinner.
Oh, sure. I'm sure I'll get one somewhere.
I like look forward to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of these bands, they like kind of ape the same art style. Wouldn't you say so?
For the time, yeah. There's definitely, you can see. I can pick up a record, especially a hardcore record, and like, oh, this probably came out in this era, just from
Right.
the type of
because they had like a pot era
or the
too, right?
Yeah.
They have a lot of pot leaves on era,
Like just like the art. The art all looks similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very true. A lot of the some of the records is probably the same artist too. There was quite a few artists that were prolific and like, oh, we want this guy to do our record art. So a lot of the bigger records or labels would have a certain artist that did a lot of their work. So this is kind of unusual for a punk rock 7-inch to actually have like what's like kind of a traditional 45 would look like.
So does it play at the 45 speed, or do you have to put the insert and play it at the 33?
No, this one does play at 45.
Okay.
So this one, it says on the.
So if it's got the smaller thing, it plays at the regular
33. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
No, because
yeah.
Really.
It can still play at 45. It just depends on the record. So there's that.
They should do one at 78 speed just to throw everyone off.
Yeah. And then
what do those look like?
Oh.
Not to cut you off, but I just say because
that's the Dokken one. Yeah.
Yeah, they all like play 33 with the little hole, but I didn't know that they can also play, or there's some that would also play 45.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So this was their follow-up release that was put out on Grave Mistake Records, which is an awesome label. I would pretty much in the early 2000s, anything that this label put out, I would buy it without even hearing the artist.
So these guys like don't have full like regular LPs?
No, this one usually, like a lot of times when a hardcore punk band, they'll usually put out a 7-inch. Usually, then maybe like a year later or so, we'll put out a full length. So it takes a lot of songs to fill up a full length, especially with
punk
hardcore
is pretty
stuff,
quick. Yeah.
A lot of these songs are probably less than a minute and a half, max.
How long is a show? Like when you go to these shows?
It depends on how many bands are playing. But
say it's just one band though.
That'll never. I've never been to a punk show where it's just one band playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, it will always be like at least 4 or 5 bands that'll play a show typically.
Yeah, come on, Curtis. Everybody knows that.
That was a test. You passed.
Oh, okay.
So this here, you got your lyric sheet. Okay, so this was just a cold. And here, it's on black vinyl. Usually, Grave Mistake. I don't think I've ever seen a colored vinyl release from them, but they usually their variants would come from the album stamp here, or the center stamp.
So now, why are those in your 7-inch category if they're 45s? Because of the size of the album cover?
Yeah. No, it's the size of the records. It's a 7-inch. It's the 7-inch refers to the the size.
So
of the
that
record.
was still a 7-inch record, but
Yep.
it plays 45 speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 7-inch is kind of a generic.
So that's some
term,
real hipster punk stuff there, right? To make it that big to play 45, because that's abnormal, right?
But it's the length of
not,
the songs though are they don't
not too
fill up a
often
hole.
you get the the big hole.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, Curtis. I'm just saying, like, I've never seen that where you have a 7-inch record, but that's a 45. Like, I've never seen that. That's really cool.
The 45 it refers to the speed.
Sure, and it usually has that big ass hole in it.
Mm-hmm. This one here, I'll tell you, this is so another record. This will not have the big hole in it.
So you need to get that tattooed on your chest.
One of my best friends has this tattooed on his left arm.
Well,
I'm sure I'm sure there's quite a few people that have this tattooed on them, because this was a huge record when it came out. There's a band called Carry On. They're from California. They originally started out in Atascadero, which is, Chris knows where that is.
Yeah,
it's just north of me.
Right in my backyard. You're right in your front yard.
And then moved to LA, and then that's when this iteration of the band came out. This was released on Teamwork Records. This was
really
their
cool.
third 7-inch. This is, you got some real ephemera here. So
yeah, I was gonna say, you get all the ephemera.
That is, or I'll do my Kevin impression.
That's not ephemera.
That's a flyer.
That's a flyer.
This here was for a mail order.
That's a mail away.
So you got the prices here, and you got the what records you can send away for.
Curtis, man.
Pre-internet ordering stuff. And then you got your lyric sheet on the inside of the record here. And this is on black vinyl. Side A says fuck. Side B says California.
Oh, well, fuck you too. Fuckers.
So there you go. You got your small hole here, Chris.
Oh. But that plays at 33 speed though, right?
I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
It could play at 45, could play at 33. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've listened. This one actually might be on my Mount Rushmore of bands here. Curtiss, Carry On. This is a really important band to me.
I'm looking forward to that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Carry On is the name of the group?
Carry On's the name of the band. You can listen to their stuff on Spotify.
Well, I will add that to my homework list. What do you think of that?
Well, oh, Chris, we got some homework, some dual homework.
There you go. I've showed a few of the records on here before, but I have not shown the 7-inch.
I can't find it. See all albums.
Carry On.
Oh wait, no, it'd be artists, right? See all artists.
Right, that's what I went to artists.
Carry On band.
First thing that came up was Carry On My Wayward Son. I'm sure you got that too, right?
Look for A Life Less Plagued. That's one of their albums. Look for that.
I got it. Yeah, that popped up.
They are on Spotify, but they only have those 2 albums.
Mm-hmm. So that It's All Our Blood is a collection of their 7-inches.
Oh.
So I believe there's 3. It's either 2 or 3 7-inches on that.
And it's still only 21 minutes.
And then I would say start with A Life Less Plagued.
All right.
The sound is definitely, that's kind of like their final form, I guess.
Well, this first song sounds like it could have been on Tony Hawk. like the Pro Scare. It's a pretty cool song. It's only 20 seconds long, but that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's The
View.
The View, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's like an intro kind of thing, but
a crumpled
cool.
8 years like a fucking sheet of paper, and I set it ablaze.
Yeah, well, that's a good deal.
There you go. I can stop there. This is just starting to scratch the seas there.
Hey, we got Transformers and video games in here.
What?
That's M over at Transformers and Video Games.
Yep. Yeah, that's
good to see it. Thanks, M.
That ain't Joe. This is the better co-host.
I don't know how you could confuse Transformers and Video Games with Joe's original channel name of Video Games and Collectibles.
I honestly, I saw the logo there, and that's what confused me.
Yeah, check out his channel. He's got some awesome stuff over, and he's huge. He's got over 6,000 subscribers. Huge.
That's like almost as much as Chris has on Instagram, which he pointed out.
Yep, 62.
He's collecting
6.2K.
One day, M, you could be as popular as Chris.
M's picking up the Masters of the Universe stuff that I was
smart.
Up, so
that's smart, man. Jump on the train.
Yep. He's got a pretty big collection. All right. Chris Roberts, you got anything for the vinyl?
Yeah. No vinyl this week, but
look at this.
So last week I showed this, right? This was the little black cassette holder. Now, mind you, that thrift store I told you I got a couple of good scores from when I was talking about earlier. He has 3 stores. So that wasn't the store I got that from. That was his third store. That's the Overflow store I kind of talked about last week. Well, I went to the second store, and this one was there. So it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's got a little bit of, I don't know, some sort of carny jizz or something right there. But I'll fix that. But so I got matching ones. Now, I told you, Curtis, the next one's yours, but you don't want that one. No. I'm gonna get you the right one. See, this was a tester. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you the better one. Because these are off-brand or they're unbranded. But at that place that I went to last week that had all the mess, that was there. But it was the easiest one to get to. And it was kind of like a tester to see if he was going to let me buy it. And he didn't even care. So there's 2 of the Napa Valley there that were a little more buried. I'm going to get you one of those. So I'm going to take them all, but I'll give
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
You're too good to me, Chris.
I also got these are little carts. I mean, little crates, but they're also for cassettes.
They fit. Oh, that's cool. They fit snug in there.
Yeah, and it'll, like the whole deal.
Oh, that is cool.
And I got 5 of these. That was another thing I tested them on because all these things were full of cassettes. So I just took everything out. When I go to this place, I just find a cardboard box and I just start throwing stuff in it. And when I got up there, he just counts. So if it was like 20 items, he'll be like $20, unless it's something that he thinks is more valuable. So essentially, I got a TV, which he valued at 20, which really was more valued about 70, but it's fine. And then everything else was like, it was like 50 items, but he can only count to 30, I guess. So that's how I got. Well, actually, I take it back. He can count to 40. So, because it cost me 60 for the whole lot. But so it's funny. So I showed Matt, I kind of sent him the picture before I posted it. And I was like, hey, did you see this Dio CD in there? And he goes, yes, I did. And I was like, did it give me any metal cred with you? And his reply was a little. This is a little. I was like, okay. And then I was like, did it get knocked down a little bit because the MC Hammer CD was also in the picture?
I got that on cassette.
I do too, but
it's a good one.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, a lot, tons.
It's very hard to play though.
Fucking Hammer.
That's a really hard album to play though.
Why is that? Because you can't touch it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good, Curtis. You didn't get that call back, huh?
Dang it. You always get me, Chris.
Yeah. And then I've actually got these a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to show them. Got WWE The Music Volume 3.
Oh,
And this is my second volume. I don't think it's the same one. Hopefully, I haven't double checked because I got to dig them out. But
Is that Attitude Era?
Yeah, it's got one of Undertaker's. It's got Edge, X-Pac, Dude Love, Kane, The Rock. Of course, he had 50 different themes. Gangrel, The Brood, Ken Shamrock,
Gangrel.
The Oddities, Original DX, Sable, because you have to have Sable's theme song. Right. New Age Outlaws, Val Venus, and of course the banger, the certified banger, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin there. So.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this one because unless I can't find it, but I remember buying this for my oldest son, and so when I'd let him play it when he was playing with wrestlers, he could turn it on and walk him down to the ring and all that. So
we used to do that too with our action figures.
Yeah,
hit it, cool. And then friggin' Golga would come down to the ring with like Sable's music. It'd be all off. Al Snow was part of DX.
Hey, you had the role play that way. They jumped in. The newest member of DX.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that wrote? Like, there was one dude that wrote
Jim Johnson.
Yeah, Jim Johnson's the big guy who does most of their stuff. There early on in the '80s, Rick Derringer did a few well-known songs, but Jim Johnson was the homegrown guy who did all like the usually the non-audio theme songs.
Because there was
not audio, but words like the.
He was really they were good at like getting it sounding close to like a popular artist from the time. Like there was one that was like that. Well, that sounds a lot like Rage Against the Machine, but it's not Rage Against the Machine. It's like close to being that riff.
Well, now see, you might be. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do that too, but the people who are notorious for it was the WCW guy. And case in point, Diamond Dallas Page's theme song is just a ripoff of "Smells Like Teen Spirit," and it's like dun, I forget his name, but they really were bad at ripping off riffs, and they never got sued. It was so crazy.
It might have been the DX theme that sounded a lot like a Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I think so, especially with the whole degenerate, and especially the guy who was singing had kind of a Rage Against the Machine voice.
It was on an episode of Something to Wrestle With. They were talking about the theme songs and how they were good about getting it close.
Getting real close.
Like, yeah, but not getting the.
Yeah, but there was a Bischoff show where he was talking about, they wanted that sound like Teen Spirit, or Smells Like Teen Spirit, but they didn't want to pay for it. So he's like, "Fuck it, just make something that sounds like it."
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Another thing I like to collect on CD, because you never see them, and is like the soundtracks for horror movies. So I found this one, and who knew Scream 3 had a soundtrack? But it actually has Slipknot on it, and System of a Down, and Godsmack.
Which one was 3? That's not
That's
the one
that
Jerry
takes
O'Connell,
place in Hollywood.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
Jerry O'Connell's the second one.
That was 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one where they got real meta, right? Where they
they're
in the class, and
they're like they're making Stab 3 or whatever.
Stab 3, yeah, that's pretty good. And it's funny, it's on the bootleg market. People like to make the bootleg Stab cover for their Scream tapes. That's really cool. It looks dope, man. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. So. I have those other CDs, but I want to show them next week when Kevin's here.
Can you let me see the inside of that Dio?
Dude, it's dope. And I didn't even notice it's a double CD. There's the main CD here, and then in the back there's a bonus CD. But it's got some bitchin' fucking art, man.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that record.
Apparently it goes for about $20-$30. It was kind of all over the place, but I did find a couple of good confirmed sales. But I'm gonna hold on to it. It just looks really cool. It's called Master of the Moon. But okay. Nipples.
He loves that shirt.
M wants to see it.
Oh. Well, he only flexed up about 50 times. All right, one more. I'll show you one more CD. So Now,
How long is this shit?
if you find the ICP CDs, they actually have a good value, like the standard ones. But this is some sort of compilation thing. But it had like the signatures on it, and I was hoping it was like Shaggy 2 Dope or like the two members, Violent J. But I could kind of tell it wasn't. But I had no idea who they were. And I have a friend who's kind of like a juggalo, and he's like, "Oh no, that's I don't know." He started saying all the names of these other people, so I don't know. Signed. I don't know what it's worth, but
Nothing.
I paid a quarter for it. I don't know. You do these juggalo fucks. They spend money. They're all their money because they don't really have much. Go ahead, Curtis. What was showing some albums, or what do you got to show, Curtis?
Well, I mean, we're already at 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Hey, that's the way it goes.
But just to show more vinyl than you did this week, I will. Let's do this one. I'm in my S's. I'm getting close to the end. We got some
A little bit of Frank.
Hey,
blue eyes.
That's good.
Yeah. It's seen better days, but come on, you can't pass up where
$5.
$5. The old freak beat. Yeah, that's the local one. It's got some good tracks on there. He does some
Mrs.
covers.
Robinson.
Yeah, he does a cover of that. He does is it
Yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Is that a Beatles cover?
I can't remember, but For Once in My Life, yeah, a lot of good covers in this. So, good stuff. I don't need to. Oh, well, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
You're already doing it.
That For Once in My Life, is that the
that's what we do.
For once in my life.
Stevie Wonder song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On reprise.
It is my only Sinatra record. I want to get some more Sinatra. I'm happy to own this one. This one is, well, shit. I don't know. It doesn't say.
What's he look like on the back? Is he old? Is he old, Sinatra?
Wasn't he old on the front?
Doesn't really tell. I mean, on a scale from 1 to Chris, I'd say he's. Oh gosh, this does not. Does this?
I'll take Sinatra. I heard he had a real huge dong.
Oh,
well, you would know.
If I got to be compared to someone, it's better than.
Yeah, this does not have a year on it. I have no idea. There is no year to be found anywhere. So, if any,
they're fighting in the chat over Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra.
Oh, I like Dean Martin. Okay,
I like Dean too. He's got personality on his tracks.
Let's. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so this is a local LA band. You ever heard of the Sparks? I mean, this is they're not. I don't even know if they're still going, but this is 83. But no, they're $4.99. They're from Freak Beat. Good stuff, man. They're great. They have.
Do they not have like a cheap bin at that place? Is that
should be $2?
Look at that. All you ever think about is sex. Is I was playing this album once at work, and like this mom and they're like, like two little kids come in, and this song, all you ever think about is sex, comes on, and it's like literally the song, like they don't have all they say is all you ever think about is sex. All you ever think about is sex. All you ever think about is sex. And then the kids are like, "What's sex, mommy?" He's like, "Shut up."
Totally not isolating that clip.
But yeah, they're a good LA local band. I don't think they really got.
Is it like new wave type stuff?
Yeah. It's like Tears for Fears, stuff like that. Yeah,
on a major label.
Little Oingo Boingo vibe. And why don't I call it a day there? Show a couple, because we're running long now. So there you go. End it with the Sparks.
Wow. Another huge show full of vinyl again. I think we broke another record.
Think so.
Of records. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this episode of the Vinyl Collection. There's still some left, apparently. I still have. It's getting thin. It's getting thin. But if we keep spacing these shows out, and of course we got Bandy boxes for miles, so lots there to look at. Thanks everyone in the chat.
We got recycled Kevin material whenever he comes from the other show.
That's funny.
I know.
Sorry, Bill. Go ahead. Wind it down, Bill. I just couldn't help it.
The old leftovers.
Did we bust his chops too hard last week? Is that why he dumped us this week? Maybe?
I think so. Big coincidence that the only day he could record that podcast no one listens to on Wednesday.
You know he's gonna watch this too.
He ain't watching this. He's not. I'm pretty confident that he's not. You know, I'm kidding, Kevin. Come on.
At least this not far into it.
Yeah, that's
He ain't
true.
getting that far.
So yeah, again, thank you everyone who appeared in the chat. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for engaging with us and keeping the show moving like that. Look for STC Pod, the podcast, to happen tomorrow night. I know I said it was supposed to be Sunday. I swear.
Wow. Moving it up. Or back.
Tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Tomorrow night. Come back and check that out. I don't know if I'll be as open to chat with you, live chat wise, as we're doing that podcast, but you know, my partner
This is the People's Podcast right here.
Yeah, this is the People's Podcast. That other one, you know, my partner gets very nervous when he knows people are watching. So STC Pod records tomorrow on this channel. As well, I have a record hunting video coming out probably tomorrow. Or record picking. You're going to see how this guy looks for records. And
was it in that giant warehouse-looking building that I saw?
Yeah, very exclusive place.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So look for that. It'll be an edited piece too. So it'll be very fancy. What else is happening? The vinyl show will return. It'll be a little while now, probably towards the end of next week, maybe. We'll see. And as well as we'll get more live music out there. I hope you guys checked out the Neil Young soundboard that came out on this channel earlier this week, because that was a killer show. Did you guys hear? Listen to that?
No, not at all.
We're waiting for that Bill soundboard that's going to be coming.
Well,
I'm more of a Bruce Springsteen soundboard guy. What?
That
good.
Neil Young one was killer. He did a 20-minute Down by the River. I mean, you'll lose your mind listening to it. It takes you to another level.
I don't think so.
Denise listened to it. She agrees.
Good job, Denise.
You will lose.
True fan right there.
You will fly outside of your body without any help from any kind of substances listening to Down by the River for 20 minutes. It was excellent. But we'll get more live shows out, more vinyl show. We'll have more fun stuff. I'll probably, there'll be a live stream one time where I'm just like vacuuming around the house and stuff. What I'm saying is stay tuned to this channel. Keep an eye on the front page, because that'll show you when the live streams are coming. And the front page also on the banner gives you links to everything related to this channel, like the Twitter, the Instagram, the TeePublic, and the Letterboxd. And by the way, TeePublic, I got some secret info. They're going to have a sale next week. And you can pick up some TeePublic shirts next week. And Chris Roberts, I made a whole section of vintage home video t-shirts using home video logos. Just for you, buddy. You're going to have to check that out.
I assume I'm getting a free one, right?
I don't know how that works, but,
I'll check into it. I'll look at it.
There's all kinds of stuff there. Check on the front page of Start to Continue. Follow us on Twitter, Letterboxd, all that stuff. Thanks, guys. Matt Bandy, Chris Roberts, Curtiss. Thank you so much for another top show.
This Friday is Bandcamp Friday, where all proceeds go to artists directly. So check out Bandcamp this Friday for some cool music.
That's cool.
It's Friday. Okay, yeah, because I was going to pick something up, right?
Was it the Mammoth Rider? Or Bantha Rider?
Bantha, yeah. Okay.
What is Bandcamp Friday?
Where the hell have you been?
Hey, people should know this. If you're buying your music off Bandcamp, supporting independent artists, all the money on this Friday will go directly to the artists.
See, I knew that, but I knew that, but for our listeners who may not, I thought it was an organic way to weave it in, a way to ruin the magic, Matt. Just come on.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time. And you get one more view of the